Welcome back to Quack Me Up. And this time around we're going to be trying to finish up a few bits and pieces, honestly. And we've finally got some of the right size tubing for the carburetor overflows that I was just a few inches short of. So El Cheapy Egg Timer, GPS Speedo, has arrived. And we now need to see whether we can fit this in some kind of custom mount like that one I showed you before. My only concern is that that is probably the GPS sensor, right? Which over here on Honda is kind of pointing at the 30 degrees to the sky, so we might get a signal. It's designed to mount on a dashboard like that, right, in which case that would be uppermost, and if we're going to put it into that, we need to at least allow that sensor to have some kind of sight, so it's not going to be that simple. I may have to confer with the gentleman who did this particular customization of this very cheap and nasty Speedo as to how he overcame that situation. I'm pretty sure it's not as simple as drilling a hole in the right place in that. Oh, actually, I've ordered one of these. Yeah, so it all kind of ties in. But anyway, whatever. Either way, I don't think a hole is going to be enough. I don't know enough about GPS. The Honda exhaust clamp, whatever you want to call it, is not going to work. But it doesn't matter because I've got a brand new Repro Kawasaki one coming. I'm figuring it's going to be about the same. So that's 52 mil. Clearly, this is bigger. It's a bit of a bummer. It's only like 2 mil, probably. Or a little bit more, maybe. Yes. So let's hope the Kawasaki exhaust clamp thing is larger. But this here is definitely the sensor. Yeah, that boy there. So that's clearly got to be kind of out there. So I'm mixing up some Bondo for various little jobs because I kind of save it up until I need to do several things if they're small. So one is just repairing those gouges on that before I paint it. Two is the Kawasaki side panels, because finally the boys at Candy Paint or Crazy Paint or whatever they're called finally got back to me. They're going to send me some emerald. Sadly, they experienced the hurricane recently. I'm hoping that they didn't sustain any damage, but anyway, that's why they were out of action and out of communication for a couple of weeks, honestly. And the filler for those is actually just to cement, effectively, the grills behind the holes in the panels. And we're going to do the same thing on the world's fastest bumper car. Yes, we have those holes there, right. Yeah, we're going to do those too. And you know me, I always put too much hardener in, so we won't have any time to film it. I'll just have to get on with the damn thing. So I've just kind of curved those up a bit in place so that I don't need too much daubage to secure them with the bondage. Well, they look pretty sexy, and when we get the emerald green, that'll kind of, I'm just going to try and fade it in so that it kind of matches the tank and the tailpiece. I think we can do it. Have some confidence, people. But therefore, these grills are going to get a coating of the emerald without the teal. So, I don't know, we'll see what that looks like. But, I mean, it looks pretty cool now, but when they're semi-emerald, that might look good too. Well, we've received a packet from our friends in Florida who were sadly hit by the hurricane, so thoughts go out to them with the custom candy paint, and they've really surpassed themselves. So we got way more than we expected. Fantastic compensation for the screw up. Candy Emerald. We have 2K clear coat. 2 cans thereof. Another can of the base. Another can of Candy Emerald. And another can of the base. So we've effectively got enough to do the whole job again and some in the Emerald. So that's amazing. Thank you guys. I'm still going to do what I was going to do to start with and just try and spray a bit of Emerald over the top, see what happens, because that's the way I am. Well, I think we're getting there. Yeah. So 2 coats of Emerald, another coat of teal because it's starting getting a bit too green. I'm just guessing that first colour was just a completely rogue can where they kind of didn't clean the nozzles out or something on the paint mixer. I don't know, but we're going to end up with something that looks good. I think it needs more teal now, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Finished off the side panels with some 2K from our friends at Kustom Cans. Yes, release the pin and stand clear. And now we're just adding some finishing touches, some lovely vinyl tape, actually, really good stuff. We're waiting for some white to come in, but we're going to put the green on. Might well carry that through to the tank and the tailpiece. I'll see how I feel. The beauty of stickers is if you don't like them, you just take them off again. And in situ, yeah, I rather like it. Yeah, what do we think? We think tink. Kind of works. Like it. Yeah, I think that's gonna look good. Nice. There, that's better. I just changed my mind. Yes, I prefer black on black. I think it looks pretty cool. Just making up a little angle bracket here for the light for the Kawasaki, which is going to fit like that. In theory, it's going to be tight. I was going to use the 2-inch, but I went for the 1-inch. It might be a shade too small. Nothing a spacer won't sort out. Yeah, it's just fouling here. Literally like 2 mil. So I just need a spacer to drop it down a little bit on the hinge, its own hinge here, and that'll fit perfectly. And that kind of looks cool, right? Yeah, it's bloody bright as well. Yep, just a couple of washers and there we have it. Lovely. I've got to be honest, it's easy to neglect a project when it gets close to the end and there's just the niggly fiddly bits that you don't know how to do and whatever. And that's the case with the Kawasaki, especially when there's a new project turns up and there's plenty you can get on with easily. Anyway, it's time to unveil this baby and get her finished. It's not entirely my fault because I dropped the seat off with Dora about 3 months ago and it's still not bloody ready. Yes, motorcycle seats. I don't have much joy with them, do I? At least Derek isn't involved this time around. Anyway, I've chased her up twice, so we'll resume on the next episode and let's finish this. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down here somewhere and encourage others to watch my lunacy.